Unchained, Numeron, Sky Strikers, and Tri-Brigade. What a breakdown from this week's extravaganza. Whew. Make sure you guys smash the ever-living crap out of the subscribe button so you guys don't miss out more excellent breakdowns, baby. Alright, so, first list we have for this video is Matthew Thompson's 11th place finish for frickin' Unchained. Alright, I gotta give a shout out here to his sponsors, Corrupt TCG, Team CMX, and Team OTK High. That way everybody knows that those are out there. Alright, and yeah, let's dig on into this, shall we? So, we have 2 copies of Unchained Soul of Disaster, triple copies of Abominable Unchained Soul, triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joy Spring. There's the D-Shifter, baby. We have triple copies of Dimensional Shifter, triple copies of Ruha, triple copies of Rakia, triple copies of Sarama, triple copies of Abomination's Prison, triple copies of Pot of Extravagance, with 1 Imperial Order, 1 Trap Trick, actually. We have triple copies of the Abominable Chamber of the Unchained, and triple copies of Escape, with triple copies of Ice Dragon's Prison, and triple copies of Torrential Tribute Man. Wrapping up the main deck here. Extra deck, we have triple copies of Unchained Soul of Rage, triple copies of Unchained Soul of Anguish, 2 copies of Unchained Abomination, 2 Access Machine, 2 copies of Unicorn, 1 Phoenix, 1 Soldier Chaos, and 1 copy of the Underworld Closed Goddess. We have triple copies of Artifact Lancia, triple copies of Phantasmate, triple copies of Cosmic Cyclone, triple copies of Dark World No More, and triple frickin' copies of Solemn J-Man. Wrapping up the main deck here. So, notes here that I need to put in this video here. So, I mained Dimensional Shifter here. This good card. It's a blowout card against most of the decks. Also, all Unchained cards, effects, float, work, even if they are banished. That's actually true. Overall, people pasted turn when it resolves, so MVP card. Oh yeah, so you resolve this, most people will pass. I mean, like against a Dragon Link player, they're not going to want to banish their stuff. The reasoning behind 2 Unchained Soul of Disaster and 3 Unchained Soul. So these right here, I feel like people will probably argue about this. It's because he mains D-Shifter, so if they ever get banished, I would have an extra one to work with. Also, hard drawing Abominable Unchained Soul is really good because you can chain block most of your cards, so you can dodge Ass Blossom, Skullmeister, and Bell. Also, it's a good way to try to out-Dragoon by just crashing into it. I know most people are moving to play Pot of Prosperity over Extravagance, but I think Pot of Extravagance is way better because the free +1 is really helpful in trying to break boards. And I would like to break most of the boards. Today I only won 2 out of 8 dice rolls, so that's pretty bad. I feel that. So he beat Dragon Link 2-0, beat Prank Kids 2-0, Dragon Link 2-0. He drew against Altergeist. That's actually kind of sad. He beat Zoo Eldritch 2-0, beat lost Sky Striker 1-2. Then he beat Virtual World 2-1 and Virtual World 2-0. There's a lot of Virtual World down there, actually. It's kind of interesting. But this wraps up Matthew Thompson's list for today, and I hope you guys do enjoy that solid reasoning on those card choices for those of you that do want to try to play Unchained out here. I think this is actually pretty well thought out, all things considered, and I definitely would give his list a shot. Alright, next up, we have Emmanuel Lilly's Numeron list for everybody. Oh man, here we go again. The fresh is back. I'll leave a link down below to his YouTube as well. That way you guys can check it out. I still don't really like playing the Rainbow Neos package. I get that this helps accelerate like the whole game plan here, but I'm not a huge, after like testing and everything with this build, I feel like these are just extra bricks for the build, so I'm diverging down a different path for this deck. So we have 2 copies of Artifact Lancia, 2 copies of Ash Blossom and Joy Spring, 2 copies of Godarla, the Mystery Dust Kaiju, 2 copies of Lava Golem, triple copies of Numeron Wall, triple copies of Planet Pathfinder, 2 Gamma, and this is where things get really strong. I do know that people look at this and they're like, man, 2 Gamma. I'll be honest with you, I've played with 2 Gamma, and it doesn't feel that bad. Like the sometimes not all the time theory is not horrible with this. Because also Gamma's kind of dead in this deck. Like, the best time this will come up is, like, if they Ash your Planet Pathfinder and you have the Gamma, you're like, it's punishment time. We have one Rainbow Dark Dragon with one Elemental Hero Neos, of course, with one driver. I wish I could play this many bricks and be good. We have one Call by the Grave, triple copies of Forbidden Droplet, one copy Harpy's Feather Duster, two Lightning Storm, triple copies of Memories of Hope, triple copies of Neos Fusion, two copies of Numeron Calling, triple copies of Numeron Network with one Terraforming, two Talents, and one copy of the Red Reboot here, wrapping up the main deck. Extract down here, we have one Saruja, one Unicorn, one Megaclops, one Hawk, one Apollosa, and then we have two of each of the Gates, with one Omega and one copy Rainbow Neos. Side deck here, we have one Scythe, two Droll and Lockbird, two Phantasme, two copies of Nibiru, two copies of Artifact Sanctum, two Different Dimension Ground, two Solemn Judgment, and two copies of Solemn Steve Reich, wrapping up Emmanuel Lilly's very, very interesting list for everybody. Hey, it's Numeron, baby. Guys, remember, Zexal's what makes this deck good. Next up is Bill Way's Sky Striker deck. I've seen this man play Going Second Striker for an eternity. So to see, like, cool developments come out of Bill for this deck. Like I said, he won 4 Winamats on Saturday. And he got 10th during, what was it, the Invitational. I felt really bad, actually, seeing this deck gets, like, destroyed like that. But I understand, right? Like, some days your opponent's better than you. Hey, look! It's also 2 rows! Alright. Correct numbers, by the way. So we have triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joy Spring, one copy of Pankratops, triple copies of Phantasme, triple copies of Nibiru, triple copies of Ray, and 2 copies of Rose. The biggest thing I can tell you, people are going to look at this and go, but what Phantasme? You can just link it off. There's no real problem letting this sit around. Also, this actually fits the bill for the Soldier of Chaos here that we can actually abuse. It's actually a really interesting interaction. A lot of decks have an issue with this. You'd be surprised. We have one Call by the Grave, one Feather Duster, one Mystic Mine, 2 copies of MST, triple copies of Pot of Desires, one copy of Rhoda, 2 copies of Area Zero, 2 Afterburners, one copy Hornet Drones, 2 Shark Cannon, triple copies of Widow Anchor, 1 Multi-Roll, 1 Terraforming, triple Talents, and 1 copy of Upstart Goblin. You want to know how this deck wins? It's this card. This card is the biggest reason why this deck is able to even operate in today's metagame. Yes, Engage did give you resources, but a lot of players, once we slow down the format here, you start to see Widow Anchor become this power card where you can just jack your opponent's monsters and put pressure on them. Alright, like, double Widow Anchor is not something, like, the average deck can deal with. Like, unless you have, like, 3 extenders. Alright, like, they'll just jack your Link monster, be like, alright, make another one. Oh, 2 more card commitment, jack it. Alright, oh wait, we can't, because, you know, we resolved 1 Widow Anchor. But, all things considered, like, if you start to do anything that's even deemed threatening to a Sky Striker player, there's be like, Widow Anchor, negate or take it. It's really good. We have 1 Zeke, triple copies of Shizuku, 1 Kaina, triple copies of Kagari, triple copies of Hayate, 1 Unicorn, 1 Phoenix, 1 Soldier of Chaos, and 1 Access Code. So deck here we have triple Lancia, triple copies of Droll, triple Ghost Ogre, 1 Jamming Waves, 2 copies of Dimensional Barrier, and triple copies of Solemn J-Man here, wrapping up the Billway second place deck. Now the last one I have to give is an honorable shout out. The only Tri-Brigade player that I saw, or have had the chance to talk to, was 31st place. This was Trevor Payne's list. By the way, 1 Rescue Cat. Effectively, on more of a budget side of things here, you don't need to max out on too many crazy cats, but Trevor did, in fact, take the challenge and play Tri-Brigade this weekend, and did pretty good. Alright, so we have triple copies of Froctal, triple copies of Karis, triple copies of Nerval, 2 copies of Kit, triple copies of the Turquoise Warbler, 1 copy Sapphire Swallow, 1 Cobalt Sparrow, 1 copy Rescue Cat, 1 Apex Avian with 1 Storm Winds, triple copies of Ash Blossom, 2 copies of Droll. Hey look, it's 2 Gamma, 1 Driver again. Huh. Too strong. With 1 copy of DD Crow. Spells, we have triple copies of Tenki, 1 Foolish Burial, 1 Feather Duster, 1 Prosperity, 1 Rendezvous, 1 copy of 1 for 1 with 1 Called by the Grave. Then for traps, we have 1 Red Reboot and triple copies of Heartbeast Featherstorm. Extra deck here, we have 1 Elmirage or 1 Apollosa, 1 copy of the Nightingale, and the 1 copy of Recital Starline. Keep in mind, we do not have a Zeus in here, probably for budgetary purposes. 1 Double Dragon Lords, 1 Access Code, 1 copy of the Desperate Doom Eagle, 2 copies of Simorg, 2 Frigette, 1 Silver Sheller, 2 Shurag, and the 1 Heartbeat Conductor. Side deck here, we have 2 Phantasme, 2 Nibiru, triple copies of Lancia, 2 copies of Cosmic Cyclone, 2 copies of the Anti-Spell, 2 copies of Evenly Matched, 1 Raigeki, and 1 copy of Doc Simorg. Wrapping up Trevor's list for everybody. Very interesting breakdown for decks this week. I'm very impressed, all things considered. So, guys, smash the little bit crap out, subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more excellent decks. And I'll see your beautiful faces back here later on in the day for stream, actually. All right, guys, have a good one. Peace. Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanCool40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCool40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mcoolgames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.